Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. Two trucks having sex. Two trucks having sex. My muscles involuntarily flex. Two pickup trucks making love. American made.
Listen up, Autobots and Decepticons. You're listening to Prime Cuts, a non-linear history of the Transformers franchise on television. And I'm one of your hosts, Audrey.
I'm your other host, Mara.
3 episodes tonight, so strap in. We always go long. This is going to be, I can't imagine.
It's Halloween weekend, so this week we're
It's
talking
Halloween
about the
weekend.
scariest thing of all time. Women!
It's like misogyny.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the search for Alpha Trion is really Starscream and Shockwave both going, you're gay because you love men, we're gay because we hate women, we are not the same.
Yeah, it's the classic Greek versus Roman yaoi post. God, that's such a good post. I think we're gonna have a lot to talk about with the search for Alpha Trion because it adds the most stuff. The funniest episode has to be The Girl Who Loves Powerglide.
It might be the funniest episode in the series, frankly.
It's insane. And then
probably objectively that goes to Child's Play, but not on purpose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Astoria might be the funniest episode that was actually trying to be funny.
Yeah, they cooked with this one, kind of.
Kind of. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there that wasn't intended to be funny that's very funny, but, it also was very clearly meant to be a funny episode, whereas Child's Play was just a mess.
Yeah. We're doing 3 this week because next week is a 2-parter. It's the Key to Vector Sigma, which is also a big episode because that's where all of the Combiners teams start getting introduced. So get ready for that. But before that,
except Devastator, who's been here the entire time.
Except for Devastator. But we're gonna meet like a fuck ton of new characters next week, so strap in.
And they're all fun characters.
Mm-hmm. We also meet a fuck ton of new characters this week.
Well, yes, but they count less because they don't show up.
Wow. All right, Audrey's saying that all of the women characters count less. Okay, I want everyone
on the record.
Everyone at home heard that.
It's literally Mara sitting here. Are you a misogynist? I'm a woman. She's avoiding the question.
She's avoiding the question. Let's get into the episode that is named after the last 8 minutes of it. The titular search for Alpha Trion.
I mean, really, it's 30 seconds because again, they do find Alpha Trion very quick.
They just know where he lives. It's not really a search. He just goes to Alpha Trion's house because they have a pre-existing relationship. So,
I do have a question about and we'll get to it later in the episode. About the potentially incestuous relationship.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. No, it's fine.
Between Optimus and Elita.
We'll talk about it. It's only going to get worse when we get to War Dawn. It's fine. Although maybe better. I don't know. Either way, the vibes are weird at the end of this episode, but it's going to be okay.
Are you our dad? Hey, Alpha Trion, are you our fucking dad?
So the search for Alpha Trion starts us off. We're back on Cybertron. It's been a little bit since we went to Cybertron and hung out with Shockwave.
We haven't been there since the Dinobots, I believe.
Yeah, I believe Desertion of the Dinobots is the last time we've been on Cybertron.
Was that before or after? When Carly and Spike go, is that after the Dinobots?
That is the Dinobots.
That's what I meant. Were they going after the Dinobots? That's what I meant.
Yes, they were going after the Dinobots. So the last time we've been to Cybertron was Desertion of the Dinobots Part 2. And Shockwave had a really bad day in that one. He also has a really bad day in this one because, as it turns out, there has been a secret cell of female Autobots here the whole time, and they're robbing him blind. He says he thought they were extinct. That is kind of explained later, but not really.
Yeah, I literally put down, what is this, Why the Last Man, but in reverse.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean extinct? Did you hunt them? What?
I guess there are only 7 of them, and he thinks they all got blown up. is
So
what
like,
that
here's
means.
the thing: if they're extinct, then that means I have a lot of questions about Cybertronian sexuality from
Don't-
this episode.
We'll get there. There's a
Um,
lot of them.
But like, if they're extinct, that means that they are a separate species from male Cybertronians, which would mean that they're probably maybe it's like a donkey horse thing. Maybe they can make
maybe.
mules. Maybe they can make ligers.
So
Oh God, I hate this, Laura.
yeah.
I hate this.
You're the one who said it. My hands are clean for once.
I said what's going on here because that's how extinction works. It
that's
has to
true.
be a species.
I have no idea.
I just asked a question. I'm just asking questions.
We're just asking questions.
We're just asking questions.
So we're introduced to the 4 female Autobots in this episode: Moonracer, Firestar, Chromia, and Elita 1, listed in order of how relevant they will be to the rest of the franchise.
Sorry, list that again.
They're Moonracer, Firestar, Chromia, and Elita 1, listed in order to how important they will be for the rest of the franchise.
From least to most, I assume.
Yes.
I was about to say, there's no way you're putting Moonracer as the most...
No. Although, I mean, she did get torn apart by zombies in the Netflix show, and I don't remember Firestar appearing in that at all. But also,
I would say
Firestar
it's
is
like
in the comics. So.
It's a toss-up between Moonracer and Firestar, but neither of them are particularly important.
Obviously, the ones that have more stuck around are Elita 1 and Chromia.
I would actually perhaps put Chromia ahead of Elita 1.
I think Elita 1 has popped up in more major roles. They've kind of appeared together.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, they're robbing Shockwave's energon reserves, and he's getting mad about it. He has like they have a
Laura,
cube trap.
You know this character. Right? Do these characters show up again after this episode? Any of them?
I don't believe so. Like,
that's what I meant. So that's what I meant when I meant what I said, that the combiner teams are more relevant or important than these characters, because these are, as beloved as they are to me, one and dones.
So it's weird, right? Because they show up here. Elita 1 appears technically in War Dawn because we see her creation, but I don't think she ever appears again after that. I might be like, maybe they show up sometime in season 3, but I don't think so.
I don't think they do.
Basically, RC fully subsumes the role of girl and like removes all other girl characters because she was in the movie.
Well, you only need one.
And as well, one of the reasons these characters didn't really reappear for a while is because, well, it's a boys' toy line and they're girl characters, so they didn't make any toys of them.
Also, there's a lot of questionable sexuality stuff goes on with them, and I imagine a lot of people just want to not think about that anymore.
Yes. So Moonracer gets trapped in a cube, and Chromia has to save her. Shockwave immediately calls Megatron and says, "There's bitches afoot." And Megatron says, "That's great. Can you capture them for me?"
He calls up Megatron and goes, "There's some hoes in this house."
Yeah, and he says, "That's great. Can you capture the lead hoe? I have a plan for her."
Did you know that she's secretly Optimus's girlfriend?
She's
never been mentioned before this moment.
She's Optimus's beloved sister girlfriend, Shockwave. You didn't know? I know.
She's my sister. She's my daughter. She's my sister and my daughter.
So, Shockwave, I also really like, there's also a really funny bit where, like, he calls it, he says, "I found the female Autobots." And, like, Megatron cuts him off and says, "Oh, excellent, so you captured them, right?" And Shockwave goes,
"No."
So they escaped. But I know where they live.
I did a really good attempt, though.
Yes. So Megatron sends his crack team up to assist Shockwave, who is Starscream, Ramjet, Astro Train, and Rumble.
It's such a motley crew.
Why Rumble is there because Soundwave was like, "He's been stuck here all week. Give him some walking around time. Let him go play." But yeah, we cut down to like the subterranean female Autobot base. There are two There are 2 female Autobots here that go unnamed. There's like 2 others other than the 4.
Yes, I did notice that.
So I imagine those characters are now named. Yes, they are. Lancer and Greenlight are the 2 unnamed generics.
I knew Greenlight. I recognized Greenlight.
Yeah, because she was in one of the comics we read for Bumper. Yep.
Yes, she's in the IDW2 comics. Like a pretty prominent role in the IDW2 comics, apparently.
Yeah, she's our CGF. But yeah, we get Elita 1, and she goes to talk to Alpha Trion. She has a big crystal ball with which to talk to Alpha Trion, and he's like,
Found him.
Be careful, Elita. Don't use. He literally says, "Don't use your special power, or you'll die." And she says, "Don't worry, I won't use my special power." And that is when the Decepticons find them. Starscream just has Rumble like knock the base down while Elita is like out trying to fight them. So all of the other female Autobots get trapped. Elita gets captured. Which, by the way, I noticed that Starscream's null rays look different in this episode. They give them like a different visual effect than usual.
Oh, interesting. I didn't
normally
that.
When he uses his null rays, it just looks like a normal laser. This time he has like rings that he shoots at Elita that stun her. This never comes up again. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that was his normal attack, but whatever.
I don't remember him ever doing it like that. He usually says, "I will use my null rays," and then he just shoots them. So that's interesting, I guess. Why is Ramjet here?
Why are any of them here?
These 3 episodes are really the ultimate. Like, okay, so Thundercracker and Starscream are up on the farm upstate, or Skywarp. Thundercracker and Skywarp are on the farm upstate with Jetfire and Reflector. They have been retired, basically. They will not appear again until they die in the movie.
Is that true?
I think so. Like,
great, fantastic. Love
they
it.
might show up in the background, but I don't think they'll ever like be the dudes, right? That has been given to the Coneheads. And then they'll get turned into different guys. So like, fucking sucks. So some kind of elite trine they are.
Well, they're not the elite trine.
So I was talking about Starscream, Skywarp.
Oh, sorry, Thundercracker and Skywarp. Yeah.
I believe the Coneheads also die in the movie, but it's very quick.
They do die in the movie. Yes.
It's like blink and you'll miss it. They all get eaten by Unicron.
I mean, common movie L.
Anyway, there's a really funny bit where Elita does some like action girl shit. She like catches Ramjet's missile and just throws it back at his face. And later she roundhouse kicks Astro Train.
They animate her very interestingly, is what I will say.
Yeah.
Where it's like very clear she's supposed to be doing cool parkour, but it's not quite working out.
They don't have the budget for that.
Yeah.
They want her to be doing some Aeon Flux type shit, but unfortunately, their budget is $2. So we got to take some shortcuts. Anyway, she gets captured. Megatron calls Teletran 1.
This is so funny. Also, I do want to say one of the lines that Starscream says right before they destroy the headquarters, which is, let's shake these hens out of their nest.
Bro.
Which is like unbelievable levels of sexism.
What the hell? I didn't really... This episode really confirms Starscream as the misogynistic gay dude.
Right, so like before I had the line for Shockwave being, I'm gay because I hate women. We are not the same. And then Starscream says this, it's like, no, you guys are the same.
Yeah.
Literally. But yeah, anyway, Megatron just like calls Optimus on Teletran. It's like, hi, Optimus, I have your wife who you thought was dead, LOL.
Yeah, and this is where we get the flashback to why Shockwave thought they were quote unquote extinct. We see the arc launching, and then Elita wonders up is like, "Wait, Optimus, where are you going? I want to go with you." And Optimus is like, "No, it's too dangerous." And then a bunch of missiles fly in and blow up, and he goes, "No, they're dead." Like, take it like a second look, brother. Just like hang out for like an extra second and a half to see if they're fine.
Dead.
They're
Mara,
all dead.
He said they're dead.
They're dead. We have to leave. Makes me think maybe Optimus, were you just trying to escape the old ball and chain? Were you doing a little siege, Optimus, there, bud? To be like, I gotta go right now. I'm sorry. Oh no. Ugh. But yes, Megatron says, I have your wife. And Optimus says, my what? Oh, right, my wife. I have to go save her. So he does. He goes to the space bridge. I'll tell you this. Decepticon's really good at just building random space bridges everywhere. They got that shit down pat.
Yeah.
And I love how yes.
Sorry. I forgot to mention in the scene where Elita's like, I want to come with you or whatever. Mm-hmm. For some reason, her mouth is animated like the annoying orange.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I noticed like some real Clutch Cargo vibes. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? What happened there? I also the line that Megatron says when he calls Optimus, he says, Optimus Prime, something rather exciting has been discovered on Cybertron. I thought you might like to know about it. I have discovered girls.
It's so
That's
funny.
basically what he says. Like, what the hell? Yeah, so Optimus is like, I have to go drive directly into this trap to save my wife. And all of the other Autobots come into the console room. They're like, where the fuck is Optimus going? What? Why is he going to this space bridge? What's he up to? We should follow him. And when I say the other Autobots...
But yeah, when we say all the other Autobots, we mean anyone who's red.
Yeah, all of the... I just realized that. Yeah, wait. Except for Cliffjumper, it's all the red guys and Sideswipe, I guess.
Cliffjumper's been dead. He's not coming back. Don't worry about it.
Cliffjumper and Sideswipe are also on Retirement Island with everybody else. Weirdly enough, Sunstreaker keeps popping up. Haven't seen hide nor tail of Sideswipe.
Sideswipe's been like had like brief instances in a few episodes.
He's popped back into reality.
But like Cliffjumper's gone.
Yeah, he has not appeared.
Fucking gone.
Fuck, when was the last time he showed up? It wasn't it wasn't Trader. I think he showed up after that, but like that Trader is the last major appearance he's had for sure.
Yeah.
Well, as we discussed, he's on his island, hunting.
He's on his island.
He's hunting the reflectors for sport. So it's Powerglide and
This is enrichment for him. This is good for him.
He's working out all of that bloodlust and paranoia. Otherwise, he would tie fucking Mirage down to a table and start trying to pull the evil out of him or something. Anyway, it's Powerglide, Inferno, and Ironhide. Those are the three guys who also go to Cybertron because I guess chicks dig trucks and planes that are red. That's the type.
Just the color red. It's really just the color red.
It's like if bulls, instead of getting angry when they saw the color red, they just got really horny.
Madly in lust.
Yeah. Which maybe that's what's happening anyway. I don't know. We don't know what's going on in there. Anyway, they go up there. Optimus gets captured immediately. And
Starscream is immediately like, I hate straight people so much, it's insane. he's just like, I'm just gonna kill Elita, I can't stand this anymore. And like Optimus is like, Elita, my love, and Alita's like, you should come for me, Optimus, my dear. And Starscream's like, I'm gonna kill both of you, I swear to God.
Starscream, the type of gay to call heterosexual couples breeders.
Breeder? I almost put it down. I almost put it down.
So, this next sequence, by the way, is bizarrely well animated. Did you notice this? The whole, like, dangling over the acid sequence? It looks really good.
I was so distracted by the fucking, like, Dick Dastardly ass.
Yeah, it's a real Snidely Whiplash situation.
And, like, Starscream, like, and Alita be like, let him go, and like, Starscream's like, well, if you say so, and... Also, like, the fact that Optimus is holding on to the bar, he's not tied up, he's just holding on to the bar.
Yeah, and so he draws him. Yeah, despite the Looney Tunes series of events, this shit looks really good for G1, and I don't know why. Like, everyone's models look really good. The animation is pretty fluid, and like the poses are really nice. It's just this one segment. It's like, what the fuck? Anyway,
I did not notice, but I'm glad you did. That should be rewarded.
Optimus falls in the vat, and then we get our cliffhanger commercial break, and then we cut back, and we learn what Elita's special power that she shouldn't use is. She fucking has Zawarudo. What the fuck? She can stop time.
It does kill her, though.
Yeah, it's a really shitty ability. You can stop time, but it also just kills you immediately.
You can stop it once.
Yeah, it's like if Dio's stand just gave him kidney failure every time he used it. So he had to just keep stealing other people's kidneys. That'd be really funny, actually. A powerful stand that just look, Araki.
I feel like that's gotta have happened in JoJo's.
That's true.
Point.
I my intel on JoJolion and whatever comes after it is like very low. So who knows? There's a stand that like kills whoever you look at instantly, but then it makes your like spleen explode or something. Anyway, she saves Optimus, but she's beautiful, but she's dying. And she's like, "You have to get me to Alpha Trion. He's the only one who can help." So he drives off, and then the Decepticons become time unstuck, and Starscream sees like a random piece of scrap metal floating in the asset, and he says, "We did it! We killed Optimus Prime! Yippee!"
He's having a fun time.
He's having so much fun. The other Autobots appear, and when they hear that he has killed Optimus, they just start fucking shooting. This entire time, the other female Autobots have been trapped in their base, so they blow the wreckage up with their stolen Energon cubes and go out to try and find Elita and Optimus. They run into the Autobots having been pinned down by the Decepticons. This is where we get one of the funniest Starscream lines of the episode. Because everyone runs in, and like Moonracer, Firestar, and Chromia run in. And Starscream says, "How quaint! The girls have come to save their boyfriends."
Why do you know these terms? I don't understand.
What the fuck is going on? Are you watching Starscream? Have you been watching the soaps again? You know you're not supposed to do that. But yeah, this is also where we learn that all of these female Autobots have a pre-existing relationship with one of these red guys that have come. Chromia and Ironhide.
It's so fortunate that these are the groups that came.
It would have been
Which
really
is really
awkward
funny since they're all lesbians.
It would have been really awkward if Trax came, because, not really interested. Yeah, Ironhide and Chromia, which other than...
Mirage.
No, Mirage.
No, please finish the sentence, Mara.
No, it's fine. So Ironhide and Chromia, other than Elita and Optimus, are the ones that have
say the line,
most,
Bart.
I'm not gonna. Ironhide and Chromia are the ones that have the most overtures to like it being a romantic thing. Firestar and Inferno were like rescue team partners, and then I guess Moonracer and Powerglide just hung out, which is weird because we get to see how Powerglide treats women in the next episode. I don't know how she hung out with him all those years.
Even women he likes, apparently.
Yeah, women he loves.
To say nothing of women he is ambivalent towards.
So yeah, they have a shootout. They manage to fight the Decepticons off. They all fly away. And this is also like one of the rare times we see Shockwave in his alternate mode. He like never transforms. And it's weird because Shockwave also turns into a gun, just like Megatron does. But he doesn't shrink, and he can move under his own power. So like, I don't know. It's just a strange, like, not double standard, but like a weird difference between the two of them. Maybe it's because he turns into like a weird laser gun instead of a more realistic looking gun. Anyway, the titular search for Alpha Trion is basically already over at this point, by the way. They just find him. They just know where he lives.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she just called him earlier, so it's like, it's not hard.
And I have to say,
they know where he is.
I have to say, obviously Alpha Trion is an extremely well-established part of like Transformers lore now. Like everybody knows what's up with Alpha Trion. In this episode, he's just a fucking wizard that lives in the wasteland that they go visit. Like, there's no context for who the fuck Alpha Trion is. They just know him, and he knows them, and also he's their dad. Because there's a really funny bit. One of the part of this episode where I laughed out loud was after, he brings Elita to Alpha Trion, and he's like, she used her special power, and he says, I told her not to do that. So he puts her on the operating table, and he's like,
yeah,
you have to help her.
thanks, dude.
You have to help her. She did it to save me. And he's like, okay, I'll do what I can. And then Optimus goes to stand over in the corner and like brood. And there's no cut. There's no like time jump. He goes to do that. And then Alpha Trion walks up and he just says, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, he's like, I need your help though. There's something only you can do. It's like you have the only connector that will. It's like I've done my part. You have to do yours. And Optimus is like, okay, cool. He's like, yeah, unspool your connector. And Optimus is like, what the fuck is that going to do?
So you have the only connector compatible with hers. And he's like, wait, how do you know that? Only my creator would know that. And not Alpha Trion.
That's something. Yeah, that's something only a creator would know. And Alpha Trion's like, curious, huh? Anyway, bye.
Bye. He basically says, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm gonna just go stand over here." Great. Yeah, this is like that. We'll learn a lot more about this later. In like I said, in War Dawn. But yeah, Alpha Trion at this point in the franchise is only he is Optimus Prime's creator. We'll learn about all of this stuff in a few episodes. Obviously, in the future, he would become one of the original 13 Primes and all this stuff. He would get more important. But right now, he's just some weird old guy. So, Elita's saved, and Optimus is like, I think that guy's our dad.
Yeah, no, there's anyway, because like Alpha Trion's like, anyway, bye, and Optimus like kind of calls after him. It's like, well, I guess I need to say Alita. Then he kind of does a double take. He's like, are you my dad?
Yeah, and then afterwards, when he and Elita are back,
oh my
they're
God.
talking about it, and he's like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to save you without Alpha Trion, and Elita just goes, yeah, he's almost like a dad to me. And
Optimus goes, more than you even realize. Hey, what?
Yeah.
Hey, what? Also, does this mean they do fucking G1?
Yeah, they know what a father is.
Right.
And
I mean, like,
Elita does not live on Earth, so.
We do see that, like, there are Cybertronians that are created, as we see the Constructicons do to Megatron and vice versa, and also Starscream with the Combaticons,
and the Wheeljack and Ratchet and the Dinobots.
Right? Yeah. So like there is that, but like I don't think that's all of them. Do they fuck? Hey, canonly,
this has a lot. There's a lot of questions that the show is unwilling to answer because they're cowards. So I will say it's not as bad as it could be. It's still weird, and the way that they call him father is very strange. But I'm gonna spoil War Dawn. How
will we survive?
Like basically Orion Pax had a girlfriend named Ariel, and both of them were heavily damaged in an attack by Megatron. So like they had a pre-existing relationship, and then they were both rebuilt by Alpha Trion into Optimus Prime and Elita 1.
Sure.
So, like, it's not quite that he's their dad, but they sure do like to say that he's their dad.
Huh.
Everyone else says their goodbyes. Basically, all of the ladies are like, hey, we'd love to come visit, but we're going to stay here because girls are icky. And we don't want to show up on Earth and have time, like, once again, they have no toys. Most of these characters would not have any toys until like 2016 or something. And of course, most of them would have much bigger roles in comics later, specifically the two IDW runs and Skybound. Of course, Elita 1 shows up all the time. She's in Siege. She's in Earthspark. She's in all that stuff. But yeah, this is literally the only appearance of any of the female Autobots except for Elita, who will appear in War Dawn. So, girls. Speaking of,
enough of those.
Speaking
well,
of,
at least of the robot variety.
We've got the next episode, The Girl Who Loved Powerglide. The way this episode starts is really fucking funny. So first of all, the titular girl is named she's named Astoria Ritz-Carlton.
Which again, I assume everyone knows the Ritz-Carlton part. For anyone who doesn't know, Astoria Waldorf is
a different hotel.
Very, very well-known luxury hotel.
So David Wise
that started in New York.
What do I name this fucking lady? What are the two hotels that I last stayed at?
Which is why, did you know that's why the neighborhood in Astoria is called Astoria? Because they were trying to get the man Astor, who created the Astoria Waldorf, to move here.
Wait, they named it.
That's literally look it up. They named the neighborhood because they wanted to grow it. They wanted to have this like foothold in Queens that like would grow, and they were trying to get Mr. Astor to move there, so they named the neighborhood
John Jacob Astor.
Yeah.
That guy died on the Titanic, so I don't think it went very well.
Yeah, or he was the guy who did the Astoria Waldorf, right? Yeah. So anyway.
Well, maybe he was going to move there.
Yeah, they were trying to get him to move there to like put like money into like invest in Astoria into the neighborhood. So they named the neighborhood Astoria.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we have Astoria Ritz-Carlton. She is the new heiress of the very creatively named it's literally just like high tech corporation or something.
Something like that. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
It's really it's hybrid technologies. So it's not quite as brain dead as that. But she's having a really rough birthday. Her dad recently died and left her in charge of this company. So all of the board of directors have been forced to stand around on the roof of the building wearing the stupidest hats in the history of the world. And Astoria is really sad because they're not having any fun. And she says the line, "It's my birthday. I will cry if I want to."
She says like 2 lines in a row that are just like quotes of other things that I can't remember what it is. That's one of them, but it follows something else. But oh my god,
and I must stress the vocal performance for Astoria is really something else.
I want her carnally.
She's
just like me for real. I'm sorry.
So yeah, she's like, this is the worst birthday of my life. There's no way this birthday could get any worse. And then the Coneheads start doing strafing runs at her party. So that's just a lesson to everyone. There's always a way it could get worse. The 3 dumbest guys in the world could start firebombing your party, I think this is also like, weirdly enough, one of the only episodes where the Coneheads are like presented as like a unit. I feel like it's almost always like Starscream, a Conehead or 2, and Astro Train or Blitzwing. But like I think this is the first time in a while that it's like, yeah, these 3 guys are like a subset of the Seekers. These guys work together. They aren't just guys who kind of look the same. But yeah, they're doing strafing runs on this office building. Luckily, Powerglide is just kind of flying around.
Hot singles are in your area.
That's right. He's cruising, and he sees this happening, so he decides to intervene. He fights off the Coneheads, and then saves Astoria. And this is a real like character defining moment. She gets saved by Powerglide, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And she walks into the cockpit and says, "Oh my god, there's no one driving this thing. We're going to fall." And then she just sits down and starts pressing random buttons.
And therefore crashes Powerglide.
Yeah, and like Powerglide's like,
please stop.
He just starts spinning wildly out of control. Thrust makes fun of him, which like that's grounds for killing yourself if Thrust is roasting you. That's no good. I would show my face again. So like yeah, we get this. He manages to not crash, and they land, and this is Powerglide like transforms, and she is immediately in love with this stupid fucking plane.
Which, like, I mean, mood. I get it. Powerglide's kind of questionable, but like, I understand the instinct.
I also just say these two characters talking to each other all the time in this episode really is a real.
The two of them are having like two different conversations to each other, like 85% of the time.
Yeah, and also their voices really, like Powerglide also sort of has like he's got his voice is like he's kind of doing like a movie theater serial hero voice, like a swashbuckling hero sort of thing. So pairing that with like kind of dumb New York rich heiress is like a real it's a real vibe that this episode is going for it, especially when they spend most of their time arguing. The first thing she says after
it's such an interesting dynamic they have, because they're like, oh, we're in love with each other, but also you need to shut the fuck up.
Like at first it is mostly Astoria, I am in love with Powerglide, and Powerglide is like, what the fuck is happening? Who is this lady? It's also really funny because like he transforms and he's like, okay, I'm not just a plane, I'm a guy too. And she says, wow, hey, can we go flying again? And he's like, what? No. Hey. He's trying to ask her, like, why are the Decepticons after you?
And she's like, oh, I don't care. I just want to have fun. Oh, I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten in hours.
She's
just like me for real.
She's obsessed with burgers. She's always asking about some burgers. She wants to burg out. Yeah, she's great. I love Astoria so much. Yeah, like he's just Powerglide is mostly just very baffled and being a huge prick to her, which is of course, you know, that means that's romantic when they're both being kind of assholes to each other. It's very much it's like an old rom-com, right? Like a 50s rom-com.
I was gonna say it's Conehead, but
yeah, or that Conehead, but you're dating, it's like a fucking fighter jet. Although, oh my god, I really love. Oh, here's I wrote some choice lines down. We have Astoria. You know, he's Powerglide's just asking, you know, why are they after you? Why are the Decepticons after you? And Astoria says, yeah, see, my father died. Okay, so he left the company to me. And Powerglide says, we gotta figure out why they want to kidnap you. And she just says, I want to go flying. And Powerglide responds, I'll send you flying.
He's so mean to her.
Wham,
he
boom,
she
straight to the moon.
Grabs his arm at one point. He's like, no, and like knocks her to the ground. And that's only the first time that he slams her. I cannot emphasize enough how hard he throws her around in this episode.
He's a fucking robot, and he's just like giving her arm bars and shit, dude. Also, hey, continuity note: the Autobots' New York base still exists. It's like Sparkplug still has that garage. I'm impressed they remembered it 3 times. That's you guys get a medal for that one. So yeah, while Powerglide and Sparkplug are basically listening to Optimus tell them what's up with Astoria, we get this line really made me laugh out loud. So Astoria's talking to Spike, and he's like,
I know which one. Yeah, this is a crazy line.
Yeah, so he's like, man, I'm sure glad Powerglide would have saved you, but I wish I was there. I love helping to save pretty girls like you. And she literally goes, anyway, what's up with Powerglide?
Oh, that wasn't the line I was talking about. The line I was talking about in this scene is she goes on, she's like, oh, I just think he's the best because he's smart and he's handsome and he can fly. And Spike just goes, yeah, well, there are some things he can't do, you know.
He can't make sweet love to you. Yeah,
and that one made me lose it. The delivery on it is so like deadpan.
He's so mad. He is like God damn it, another pretty girl that just wants to fuck the robots. Was it gonna be Spike's turn? Was it gonna be my turn? I really just love the noise she makes after he said he like, it's literally like, yeah. Anyway, what's up with Powerglide? What do you know? Can you tell me about Powerglide? He's so cool. I want to talk about Powerglide. This is also where we're introduced to her, like, the technology hex she has on her. Like, when she's around technology, it literally just breaks and, like, doesn't work. And Spike gets mad and kicks her out of his fucking workshop.
Yeah. He's like, damn, no wonder no one can stand you. You're hot, but Jesus,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, so Powerglide basically gets babysitting duty because he's the only one fast enough to, like, get her back to the Ark. Because once again, we are still in New York, and the Ark is in Oregon. So, you know, we got a long trip. Unfortunately, Astoria basically sees this as a date, and she brings him on the merry-go-round and wants to go get a burger.
Need that burgie.
She's got to fucking burg out. This is also like, so yeah, they're on that merry-go-round, and he's like, hey, you know, we really got to be getting back to the Ark. The Decepticons are still hunting for you. And yeah, she's like, I want a burger. I want to fly. This is also when he, like, grabs the necklace and she freaks out.
Oh yeah.
And this is where we learn that, like, the MacGuffin is definitely this necklace that has the secret the secret whatever the Decepticons are after from hybrid technologies. Because that's why they're trying to get her. They think that she knows what this secret energy secret they need is. In reality, it's on the necklace that her dad left her and said, "Don't lose it and don't give it to anyone." Anyway,
But
the
don't worry
Coneheads
about
attack.
it. That
Coneheads
won't come up again. Don't worry about it.
Nope, it comes up in maybe the funniest way. It's really good. So the Coneheads attack. Ramjet throws an entire merry-go-round at Powerglide. Which is quite good. He literally, a big horse just falls on Powerglide's head, and then he gets shot by Dirge.
Oh, actually, speaking of that, I didn't mention in the last episode, but Moonracer does have an incredible moment in the last episode.
Oh fuck, I forgot.
Yeah, we need to talk about it.
Out laughing.
Where who's her boyfriend?
It's Powerglide.
It is Powerglide, yeah.
So he's cheating. He's cheating.
Yeah. Well, it's okay because apparently she dies after this because she never shows up again. As is Astoria, so, you know, he just kills every woman he's with. Yeah, so Powerglide's like, are you still the best shot in the galaxy? And she goes, you bet I am. And without looking, knocks over a tower that, like, just completely crushes at least Ramjet and I think
it's
Rumble.
It's Ramjet and Rumble.
In, like, one go. And I was like, oh, Moonjet, are you free on Thursday? Dump this loser.
The really funny part is how quick the animation is. It's like 5 frames. It made me bust out laughing. Yeah, and the indignities for Ramjet continue because Powerglide shoots a soda machine and just sprays all of the Coneheads with Coca-Cola. Holy. Like, eventually they get shot down, right? I'm trying to remember the order of events here because, like, they fly off. The Coneheads pursue. Powerglide gets injured, so he has to make a landing in the middle of the desert. And this is where they kind of, like...
Dirge kills Powerglide, and it's the first time he's experienced
That's after
joy.
This one. Because first they land in the desert, and Powerglide calls Ratchet to be like, hey... I've got a bad wing. I need some help out here. I've got, you know, I'm flying this girl out. I had to fight off the Coneheads. This is also where they kind of start bonding for real, kind of, where they kind of start opening up. And the story is like, I just think you're really, really great. Oh, that's what it is. I remember. Ramjet takes him down by ramming into him. He does the thing that he does.
What a concept.
It's always really funny when I watch the show. It's like, wow, that's the thing he does. It's like every time Skywarp teleports, it's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You remembered.
Wait, you remember your outlier ability?
You remembered. Although Ramjet doesn't even use his nose cone. He, like, hits him with his wing. So, you know.
Whatever. A ram is a ram.
Half points.
No, a ram is a ram.
Yeah, and this is where, you know, a story's like, hey, I like really, really like you. Do you like me? And Powerglide's like, oh, I don't know. And that's when
absolutely.
Dirge got the note that says, all right, buddy, you're going to have like 3 lines in this episode, and Dur says, "Okay, Autobot, meet your doom," and then he blows him up.
And that's all you needed from him, really.
Dirge. Yeah, he shoots Powerglide, he falls in a crevasse, and they kidnap Astoria. At this point, later Ratchet and Ironhide show up to save him, and Powerglide is like, no, I gotta go after her. They took her. Meanwhile, we cut up to the latest insane machine that the Constructicons have made for Megatron. Hook says that this is it's a big floating sky platform, and apparently what it's supposed to do is take the Earth's magnetic field and turn it into energon. I don't know what happens to the Earth's magnetic field after that.
We've established before, anything that has energy to it can be made into energon, so...
I'm also like, the Earth's electromagnetic field is generated by the core of the planet, so I like... But presumably, if you strip the entire magnetic field, even for a bit, we all just get fucking roasted by solar winds. So,
I mean, that is probably true. It's not possible to do it, but that is probably true.
But yeah, that's the plan.
Admittedly,
but Megatron needs the last piece, which is this whatever formula thing Astoria's dad left her. But they think, she knows it. She's got it in her head. And this is
okay. We talk about government assigned genders. Soundwave assigns Astoria no thoughts head empty.
There's some great lines there. So first of all, the first thing she says is she asks Soundwave if they have any burgers.
Yeah, she's like, "When are you guys gonna feed the real?" They're like, "Where is the code?" And she's like, "I don't know anything about a code. I don't know anything. All I know is that I'm hungry. It's been you guys haven't fed me anything since I've been here. When am I going to eat?"
This is one of those things where the Decepticons are defeated by their captive being too annoying. They all just get so mad.
I want her so badly. I've never been more aroused.
Megatron's increasing anger is really fucking funny. He's so sick of this shit.
She literally 12-year-old rage baits him.
She does. He literally blows up a computer because he gets so mad. But yeah, so basically they're like, all right, just tell us what we need to know. And she's like, I literally don't. And Megatron says, okay, we're going to give you the Psycho Probe. Get ready, Soundwave, power up the Psycho Probe. And he does. And then Soundwave looks at the screen and he says... subject's mind completely empty.
No thoughts, head empty.
She's literally too dumb to interrogate. And so Megatron's like, okay, fucking restart it. That's obviously not correct. And so they do, and it says the same thing.
Try fucking again.
Is he fucking all right, just get the electrodes down here. While all of this is going on, Powerglide has busted out of the medical facility. He's like, no, I gotta save her. I gotta save my girl. And he's flying off.
And Ratchet's like, all right, whatever, dude, bye.
And
have fun, I guess.
Soundwave is literally like the electrodes aren't sticking to her head. And Megatron says, just hold them there. Just hold them there if you need to. Jesus Christ. So he holds Rumble and Soundwave.
This is a really funny episode.
It's so funny. They hold them there.
Again, I've said it before, but it is nice when the show is funny because it's trying to be funny.
Yeah. They hold the electrodes there, Rumble and Soundwave, and Megatron turns on the Psycho Probe. He says 90,000 volts will be shot directly into your brain. And then he turns it on and Soundwave and Rumble both get shocked. Because she's literally just a fucking walking techno hex.
Oh God, I genuinely adore her.
This is where he gets so mad he blows up the console. He basically punches the drywall. He basically punches the drywall.
She's a true icon, and I love that for her.
And then Hook is like, oh, there's an Autobot flying in. And Megatron's like, oh my fucking God. Fine. I'll go get it. And Astoria knows that it's Powerglide, so she's like, but he's being caught by a magnetic field. So she's like, I gotta turn this off. And the way she does it is that she takes this necklace, which has been implied to have what the Decepticons are looking for somehow, like, on it, and she just uses to short circuit the fucking base defenses.
Like, who's doing it like her, truly?
So fucking good. And that allows Powerglide to get through, start kicking ass. The Decepticons retreat. They're like, all right, fuck this. Like, literally, Megatron's like, I'm sick of this shit. I am so sick of her. Let's just leave. It's literally not worth it. So they go back to base, and Astoria and Powerglide have to try and, like, stop I think it's, like, floating over the ocean, this platform. So they're trying to not, like, figure out how to like, fly it safely back. There's a whole thing where Powerglide's like, all right, you gotta get out of here. It's dangerous. And Astoria's like, no, I'm going to stay right here with you. And he backhands her again or whatever.
How is he this mad mean to her? I can't believe it.
Girl, you can do better than Powerglide. He fucking sucks.
Like, listen, obviously, Astoria is one of the most annoying people on the face of the planet. I do need to fuck her. But, like, this is, like, unconscionable.
It's like annoying attracts annoying, because, like, Powerglide is also a huge annoying
they deserve each
shit.
other, but, like, truly he's so awful to her, like, so awful.
Girl, let me introduce you to Skylynx. He's even more annoying, but he'll probably be better to you, especially if you say nice things about him. He will eat that shit up. Oh my god. If you say Skylynx is the best, he's like, oh yeah, that's absolutely right. Now check this shit out. That's what she needs. But unfortunately, Skylynx doesn't exist yet. Anyway, the funniest part of the episode comes when we cut back down. Like, they've basically floated the giant, like, base right over Decepticon headquarters under the ocean, and we cut down to Megatron, and he's like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm glad we're not dealing with her anymore. And Soundwave's like, hey, we gotta... The base is falling out of the sky, and Megatron just goes, well, that's Powerglide's problem, isn't it? Not mine. And he basically all but, like, kicks his feet up and lights up a smoke, and then Soundwave says, actually, it is our problem, it's falling on top of us. And Megatron says, Soundwave, power up the force fields. And he just goes, what force fields?
Genuinely, like, Soundwave's so funny in this episode. He, like, all he does in this episode is, like, speak up to say, you're wrong.
Yeah, the what force fields followed immediately by shot of the base getting this stupid thing dropped on it. Water floods it, and the Megatron just goes, Decepticons. Oh, God, clean this shit up. It's really funny on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like power up the force fields. What force fields? Boom. So yes, the Decepticons are basically having a very wet day. Meanwhile, we cut back to secondary Autobot headquarters. Optimus has showed up at some point. Ratchet and Ironhide are still there. And Powerglide's basically like, yeah, hey, if I'm ever, like, in the area, do you want to, like, hang out? And she just gives him a big sloppy one right on the faceplate. And
she's like, oh my god, yes, call me.
Yeah, she literally says, like, yay.
Yeah, she literally, yippee.
She skips over to the limo that came for her, and all of the other fucking Autobots are laughing at Powerglide.
They're like, damn, look at this pussy whipped loser.
They're yakking it up, but then he walks past them, and then he opens up his chest and reveals, like, a LED heart that's, like, beating because he's in love. What the fuck?
Listen.
I just think that they should have put literally just replace Spike with Astoria. We don't need him. Get him out of here.
Yeah, sure.
Unfortunately,
listen, there are some things he can't do, you know.
What a funny fucking line. Yeah, unfortunately, she does not appear in. Oh my god. I clicked over to her TF Wiki page to see if she's in anything else. She's in the fucking Skybound Destro comics. So she could appear in the Transformers comics.
Oh my god.
She's
Oh my
back,
God.
baby.
Oh my
She's
god. This is
fucking-
how I win. This is how I win.
Okay, but you have to read the Destro comics in order to see her. So, like, do you really win?
No, I win if she ends up in the
That's
Skybound
true.
comics.
Look, if Powerglide shows up, then they got to meet, you know? We got to get it. I don't think he's in the comics yet, but he could be. Anyway, that's the girl who loved Powerglide, but we've got a threefer, so let's go ahead and chug through Hoist Goes Hollywood, which is
This
the
is
next
by
episode
far
here.
the weakest of these episodes.
Yeah, it's got a fun gimmick, but it never really goes past that. But boy, there's a couple of really stellar moments in here.
There are a few incredible lines for sure.
So Spike and Carly and Hoist, I don't know why they're hanging out with Hoist, but they're driving on a mountain pass, and they come across some like seemingly reckless drivers. But as it turns out, they've stumbled upon like a movie set, which for whatever reason was not like they didn't cordon off this part of the road. Well, this director seems
Loose.
he's a little bit loosey goosey with it. Yeah, he's a little bit just kind of vibes, you know. So there something goes wrong, and Hoist has to go out to save them. And the director's like, "Wow, that's cool. What's your name?" And he's like, "I'm Hoist." And the director just calls him Moist the whole episode because he doesn't remember
so
his
if
name.
that's a word that causes you trouble, don't watch this episode because it comes up a lot.
This guy says
Well, very
moist
specifically,
quite a bit.
the very first line he says to Hoist is, or not says, but once he learns his name is, "What a name! Way to go, Moist."
Maybe he just has like a whatever it is. Anyway, really funny line here where like Spike sees two of the movie stars in the movie. He's like, "Wow, it's oh god, what are their names? I don't think the names are important, but one of them is kind of supposed to be Clint Eastwood, I think." Oh, it's Harold Edsel and Karen Fishhook are the two stars of this movie. And Spike's like, "Wow, real movie stars." And when the director offers Hoist the title of like vehicular robot, Spike says, "Oh no, Hoist is busy, but I could do that." And Carly says, "No, you can't. You're not a vehicular robot." But Hoist takes the job anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And they like kind of are. Like, that's kind of literally exactly what they are.
Well, not Spike and Carly. They just know vehicular robots.
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
So they're at the movie set, and Hoist like, "I'm ready for my close-up." And he's like, "Go get a donut or something. I'll call you when I need you." And then we get, oh, wait, no. Something really funny happens first. Because after we get, "You're hired," we cut to Dirge flying through the sky going, "Oh, God, help me. It's so heavy." And he's carrying like a big thing on his like undercarriage.
This is okay. So this is a very mysterious episode for the Decepticons in terms of what their goals are. I mean,
Okay.
the goal is to acquire to destroy. Well, no, I don't know what the original goal is. The
Okay.
goal ends up being to destroy footage of them doing something.
Yes.
But
So,
like,
I will. This is one of the funniest Decepticon plans I've ever heard. So here's what's happening. Someone went into Wheeljack's old lab and found this thing. And frankly, correctly, Megatron assumed that whatever this thing is was extremely dangerous because Wheeljack made it. So he has Dirge steal it and try to fly it back to base. However, it's really heavy and Dirge sucks. So he crashes in a swamp. Really, first of the really funny lines here is like, you know, Dirge and Starscream are basically, or Megatron and Starscream are just making fun of Dirge on the screen. And when he crashes, Megatron like turns around and he says, I'll have you disassembled for this to Starscream. He just goes, "What?
yeah, what are you talking about? This isn't
Why?
my fault."
Like, do you think I'm the boss of all planes?" Although, wait, I just realized.
I mean, he is the air commander.
He is the boss of all planes.
He is the boss
this
of all
is
planes.
Kind of. that's just when you fight him in the
like,
when you fight him in the
Megatron's his boss,
Yakuza games.
So technically, Megatron's also the boss of all planes.
Oh, come on. He's never going to fucking take responsibility for anything. He's just going to...
For those chuckle fucks.
He's gonna gorilla press slam Starscream and then rip his throat out, which is crazy. So yeah, we've got Dirge in a swamp. So Megatron assembles the Blowjob Brigade, which is Thrust, Ramjet, and Astro Train. And yeah, eventually the plan becomes, because the Decepticons get filmed by the movie director picking this thing up, they're like, oh god, if the Autobots see that footage, they're going to have Wheeljack working on countermeasures for this secret weapon we found in his lab. So we have to make sure they never see the footage. So then it becomes like a movie reel heist. That's what's going on with the Decepticons in this episode.
It's like the whole thing's just bizarre. I'm sorry. The whole thing is just odd.
One of the funniest payoffs of any of these plots, though, at the end with Wheeljack, though. But before we get to that, the 4 biggest egotists on the fucking Autobot squadron show up because I guess they heard Hoist was cast in a movie. And they're like, well, we want to be in movies too. So it's Trax, Warpath, Sunstreaker, and Powerglide all show up to like eat Hoist's lunch, basically, and do cool stunts.
And this is like a lot of what the rest of the episode is.
It's just this is a real hijinks focused episode. So yeah, they do a bunch of stunts. Powerglide crashes through like the false backdrop of the studio. And Hoist is like, oh no, my career's over. They embarrassed me. But the director's like, holy shit, that's sick. Hey, do you guys want to be our stunt vehicles? And all of the Autobots go, yeah. And what this movie appears to mostly be,
well, at first, because it changes.
It does change very quickly, but judging from how it was, I guess it was pretty easy to change the script, because mostly what seems to be happening is that this guy, this like cowboy-looking dude, keeps crashing vehicles into various things, crawling out of them, and getting kissed by like a beautiful woman. There's every
so
scene
much
in the movie.
kissing. There's so much kissing. Cannot emphasize enough how much kissing there is.
Like every scene is like one of the Autobots does a stunt crash. The guy crawls out of the thing, and then the other, the lady runs up and goes, "Oh my god, you're such a hero! You're so brave!" Mwah, 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 mwah. And then that happens like 4 more times. And by the end, all of the other Autobots are talking to Hoist, like, "Hey man," because Hoist's job in all of this is just to like move the Autobots out of the shot after the stunt is done. So the rest of them are like, "Oh my god, this shit sucks. I thought we were gonna be like actors. Can you talk to the director about this? I have like a crick in my neck." Because I guess they are, they never signed up for the stuntman's union. So this director, I don't know, this director seems real shady. But of course, Hoist, as we know, he's kind of, he's not very assertive. He's kind of too polite for his own good. So he doesn't really talk to the director. And then they all just leave. At this point, they discover Dirge, who Megatron instructed to basically go into stasis lock to avoid being detected in the swamp in the backlot. They discover Dirge, and the director's like, no, wait, this is perfect. We'll just roll this crashed plane into the movie. Like, I don't know why this is here. Like, he doesn't have any questions about why there's a fucking modified F-15 Eagle stuck in a swamp in his backlot, but he's like, all right, let's just roll with it. Fuck it. But this is when the rest of the Decepticons arrive to recover Dirge and the mysterious device, and when they get filmed. The way this is revealed. So the next scene is where it is revealed why they have this thing and why they think it's so important. Which once again, I do think that is just one of the funniest like justifications for a MacGuffin is like, well, it was in Wheeljack's lab, so it's probably some kind of horrible nightmare machine, because we know he makes those. That's even his like reputation in the show at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like everyone knows that Wheeljack. Here's the thing about Wheeljack. It's like risk versus reward, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like high risk, high reward, because every so often Wheeljack actually does invent something that is a huge game changer. I mean, like look at the Dinobots.
Yeah.
Right? Like once they actually kind of got their shit together, like the Dinobots has become one of the strongest forces the Autobots have. How many times have the Autobots been on like the edge of losing and to be like, Grimlock, we need you, please. However, 90% of the time that thing's going to literally blow you up.
Yeah. So there, one of the many like Starscream basically says, "You don't even know what it does." Megatron backhands him and then throws him through some boxes and just tells Thrust and Ramjet to turn it on. And I love, they're basically like, they don't know how it works. They're going to figure it out. And then Astro Train walks in from off screen and says, "Hey, did you guys tell him about that thing yet?" And they're like, shut the fuck up. And Megatron's like, "Tell me what? What were you going to tell me?" And Astro Train says, "Well, when we were picking the thing up, a bunch of humans filmed us." And Megatron freaks the fuck out. He's like, "Oh my god, if the fucking
yeah, he's like,
Autobots
I'm going
see
to
that
kill
shit."
everyone in this room and then myself.
Starting with Starscream, who's like at this point literally just laying on the floor, being like, "What the fuck did I do?" Like literally, Starscream doesn't do anything wrong in this episode. But Megatron is like so insanely aggro in this one.
He's not pleased.
But yeah, I love Astro Train being the guy who asks the teacher if they had homework. Like that's the sort of role he's filling right now. But yeah, they basically decide they have to steal the film to destroy it, or else the Autobots will create countermeasures for whatever. I have to stress, Megatron literally does not know what this thing does. He does not know what it does.
Yeah, no idea.
He just knows Wheeljack made it, so it's probably dangerous, and he could probably blow up the Autobots with it. Which, once again, fair assessment. This is at the point that the director sees the footage of the Decepticons, and he's like, "All right, hold on, this shit's crazy. We're gonna pivot, full pivot. This is a sci-fi movie now."
Yeah,
it's all about space robots, and thus
but
all
more
of the
kissing,
Autobots.
but also kissing.
I mean, look, that's his style. That's his signature style. So all of the Autobots get to be space robots, which means they get to wear these really goofy looking rubber masks and like stalk this Flash Gordon. I think he's literally named like Dash Geldon or something.
It's not subtle. I can't remember what it is, but it's not subtle.
It's a total Flash Gordon knockoff. Yeah. It's the new movie is called Attack of the Alien Robots. And yeah, they're at first everyone's excited that they get to be actual film like stars on the film, but it's pretty clear that all of them are kind of shitty actors. As it will turn out, the only one of these motherfuckers who can act is Hoist. Everyone else is terrible.
And Hoist acts mostly in deceiving the Decepticons, rather than the actual movie.
But yeah, so there's a scene where like the Autobots are menacing this lady. And the guy shoots him with like a ray gun, and Warpath literally turns like the director's like, "Hey, you're supposed to fall over," and Warpath just says, "But he's not shooting me with anything." And the director's like, "We'll put it in post. That's how movies work.
Fire,
just fall over," and he just falls over. Yeah, Warpath doesn't really know what acting is. There's a really, really good exchange between Sunstreaker and Trax in the next scene where they're on the rocket that I really loved.
I can't remember who said it. There is a line in this previous scene, though, that goes, "My joints sound like they haven't been lubed in a year."
That was Sunstreaker, I think.
Yeah,
he's like,
great line.
Sunstreaker, once again, Sunstreaker...
Great line.
Sunstreaker's always saying some interesting stuff. It's all about how wet and lubed up he is. What's going on with you, Sunstreaker?
Well, I guess he watched Beast Wars and knew about the lubricated thighs.
That's right.
That's a callback, folks. Listen
that
to the couple seasons ago. That was
I do miss...
a couple years ago, and that's fine.
We're gonna get around. We're gonna get around back to the Beast era soon. I miss those fucking idiots. So, yeah. Meanwhile, Spike and Carly are like running around backstage and learning about like. The Decepticons really stealthed this. Like Rumble just like snuck in and stole all of the film, like cut out all of the scenes with the Decepticons in it and stole all of the film canisters. They find the editor being like, "What happened? Oh, the negatives are still in the vault." So then we cut to the Decepticons and they're like, "All right, we got everything." And Starscream literally says, "I take full credit for this flawless operation. We got all of the footage." And then Soundwave walks up behind him and says, actually, there's still a negative in the vault. Like, dude.
And I do love Starscream's response to that, which was like, how was I supposed to know that?
And Megatron responds to this by literally throwing him against the wall and reaching down and like tearing wires out of him. Jesus Christ, man.
It sucks. I hate it.
I miss the days when he
Leave him alone. Get a job.
I miss the days when you just throw an Energon cube at his head and say, "You disgust me."
Yeah. What are we doing here?
This is like that's like Bayverse Megatron Starscream levels of violence. Like, what the hell? And once again, for once, Starscream has not been doing anything wrong. He's been fine. All he did was be a bit overzealous with his credit taking. But Megatron is in a fucking bad mood today. Good lord. Anyway, this is where we get to the rocket ship scene where Rumble basically goes to like swap out the gimmicked explosives for the real thing, and this is where we get one of the best exchanges in this episode, which is it's Trax and Sunstreaker, and Trax says, "Let me get it. I feel like a fool," and Sunstreaker responds, "Do you want to quit?" And he says, No, but I still feel like a fool. Like, it's more important for Trax to be in a movie than it is that he feels like a dipshit. It's really
and
funny.
that is on brand for him.
Oh man, so really liking Trax on this rewatch. He didn't stand out to me the first time, but man, he's fucking funny.
Oh, I love Trax. I've always loved Trax.
Yeah, everyone gets blown up by the real explosives. They all get trapped in this thing. Carly and Spike basically trick the Decepticons into running out with the negative because they like hand him a fake film canister. They run through like the back lot and get lost in the jungle set.
You're using they a lot for stuff that Carly is doing because
that's true.
Because Spike's an idiot who can't think of anything.
Spike does not do anything. You're right. Carly is the one who has the idea to hand them the fake film canister.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're running through the back lot in the jungle set. They find a cave, and this is where Hoist hatches his fucking plan. He was like, all right, I got it. So the Decepticons come into this fucking dungeon set, and Hoist... they find Carly and Spike dangling over a pit of what Hoist calls... I really liked this. Flesh-eating lava. It's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, okay. So what's really funny about this is after the scene is like Hoist is like, flesh-eating lava isn't real, and it's like, yeah, it is, real. Dude. It's like it may not be in the room with us right now, but it's definitely real.
It's not like the lava doesn't dissolve, like burn you because it's flesh eating. It burns you because it's very hot. You could technically call it flesh eating lava, but I don't think. I'm just not sure that's entirely accurate, Hoist. But anyway, he's like, Hoist is going like full fucking Bela Lugosi mode. He's like, don't take a step further, or I'll dump these humans in the vat with the negative. And he's like, and Megatron's like, yeah, right. An Autobot would never kill a human. And Hoist goes, watch me, and he dumps Spike and Curly in the flesh-eating lava, and then the other Autobots like run out to attack the Decepticons, and they basically say, all right, fine, we got what we wanted. Let's just leave. We have to go. They destroyed the negative, so they run. And this is when it's revealed, yeah, it was all a bit. It was all special effects. It was just, Hoist says it's amazing what he can do with muddy water, some air pumps, and a fog machine. So if it's muddy water, then I don't know, they might actually have some real flesh-eating bacteria in there right now. They should.
Yeah, really. But like, again, regardless, still definitely a thing.
That's right. So the director is so impressed by that. He's like, wow, Hoist, that was a great job. Do you want to like be the star of my next movie? And Hoist is like, oh, gee, I'd much rather be an Autobot than be some hoity-toity actor. I'm proud of my humble work. But this is where the best part of the episode happens. Because they bring in Wheeljack to review... No, that's really good too. But no, it's not working. I can't find it. Hoistily Clinton. Nope. Anyway, the funniest part is like they
Hillary
bring
Clinton
Wheeljack
twist.
in. Sure. They bring Wheeljack in to watch this footage, and he literally says, "Oh yeah, that thing, yeah, it never worked. That's why I left it on Cybertron. I don't even know what it does."
Right.
Like-
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He literally just like laughs and says, "Oh yeah, that shit, yeah, that never fucking worked. I don't know why they want that shit." All of it was for nothing. So presumably Megatron is just mad as fuck that this busted thing won't work anymore. Really funny. But yeah, then all of the other Autobots, so yeah, they say, "I'm with him," yada yada. They do all sorts
But
of stuff.
really awkwardly, they're like, "We're with you. We're with you." What?
So, yeah, man. I know. We're on the same team. I got it. You don't gotta be all weird about it, Powerglide. But yeah, that's Hoist Goes Hollywood. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the questions because this is an extra long one.
It is. Okay, Comlink. Okay. Thank God we limited questions. From Creamseek, do you think there's anything to Prime and 1, both meaning 1 and Trion meaning 3 bound charged particles?
I don't think so. I think they were just like putting words there that sounded cool.
Yeah, they were like flipping to random page in Asimov's work and being like, what's some word we can make sense? Yeah.
I do definitely think Optimus Prime was probably inspired by Optimus Princeps, which is like a title given to some of the Roman emperors that were good or whatever.
Oh, sure.
I think Alpha Trion they just made up because it sounded cool.
Yeah. If you could make a Cybertronian noir movie, who's the grizzled detective, who's the lady dame, and who's the missing egg? Okay, Nightbeat if we're talking, obviously.
He's literally the guy who's a detective.
He's literally the guy who's specifically a noir detective.
Yeah, especially at IDW.
Leggy Dame is Starscream, and that would make Megatron the missing husband.
And of course, the Leggy Dame's the one who did it.
Yes, correct.
Classic noir.
Correct. Causing problems on purpose asks, how do you feel about the red team? Powerglide, Ironhide, and Inferno. Personally, I'd be down to see more of them doing dudes rock type shit together, up to and including Top Gun style homoerotic volleyball.
See, I definitely see Ironhide and Inferno as dudes rock guys. Powerglide, he has too much ego. Like, he's a different kind of guy. I don't know who else I would slot in.
Spends these 2 episodes fighting his compet so hard.
Yeah, maybe he does need to just like play some homoerotic volleyball with the boys, and maybe Inferno and Red Alert can teach him a thing or two, you know?
Beachcomber's #1 bro Chet asks, all that Astoria ever thinks about are food, fun, and loving Powerglide. Does she have the brain of a Tamagotchi? She is my brain.
Wow, I didn't know you were such a big Powerglide fan.
Yeah, except for the Powerglide thing. But like the wanting to fuck a giant robot thing, relatable.
I cannot get over Subject's brain completely empty.
It's so funny.
Fucking hell.
Did you see Elita 1 grabbing a missile out of the sky and throwing it back at a seeker? What other cool ass shit do you think she could do with her power untethered?
Go read IDW 1.
Yeah, genuinely? Oh
if you want to see her doing a bunch of sicko shit, yeah, go read that.
Not to bring Taylor Swift into it, but Elita 1 truly does girl boss too close to the sun in
she's a throne made of corpses.
In IDW. Oh my god. Do you think Elita 1 effectively used girl power?
God,
when she made a throne out of corpses.
She goes out so fucking cool, too. She crashes her fucking Titan directly into Unicron's face. She goes out so cool.
I love IDW Elita 1. She's nuts, and yeah. Insane characterization for her.
Mm-hmm.
Geist asks, how is Astoria even alive after all the times Powerglide threw her around like a rag doll? Like, genuinely?
She's really durable.
She hits, like, it within the episode, I don't know if we, like, described this well enough, but, like, it is pretty visceral how hard she lands every time.
Yeah.
Powerglide.
And also, he's, like, you know, like, yanking her around. It's like, yeah, it's fine to, like, yank a girl into your arms to, like, fall backwards to shield her from gunfire when you're, like, a person. Powerglide is a giant metal robot.
Yeah, but, like, even outside of that, just, like, the 3 times he, straight up smacks her.
Yeah.
It's, like...
fucking pasted.
Like, you see, like, they make sure you see that it's, like, really, like, throws her to the ground.
Maybe
it's crazy.
she's got some, like, you know, her dad accidentally exposed her to some kind of radiation. She's got like super durability or something.
How do you think Spike planned to fake being a vehicle robot? Personally, I think he would have loaded himself back into Autobot X.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, hey, Dad, I could be in a movie. I need to be a vehicle robot.
No, I do. So I'm just thinking about Spike going, hey, Spike, do you remember how you wanted to kill yourself then? It's like, yeah, I'll be different this time. And Spike being like, good enough for me because I'm a terrible dad.
Yeah, I'll just call that doctor again. What do you mean he went to jail? What do you mean he wasn't a real doctor? Wait, I paid him like $500,000 for that surgery.
Well, that's just the American healthcare system in general.
That's why you didn't think
good luck if you're trying to see an actual doctor with an MD. Dead Name Stealing Faye asks, isn't it kind of weird that 4 of her 6 post-G1 appearances have Elita 1 act as an antagonistic, if not straight up villainous character? Yeah, War for Cybertronian had her as a secondary main character for a bit, but I'm still counting that towards bad Elita 1s due to the boomer, wife, bad and dumb vibes the show was giving off when she talked to Optimus.
Yeah,
I disagree with that.
I mean...
She is objectively a hero in War for Cybertron.
Yeah. I think she dies in a really dumb way, but that doesn't make her special in that show.
She is objectively a hero. That said, 50% of her being, like, antagonistic is still very funny.
Yeah, I think, like, her IDW appearance is still definitely her most major one.
Yeah, I mean...
She's also in...
IDW, TFA, what's the third one?
Well, TFA is kind of a weird thing, because, like...
No, but it is... That is
it
what...
It does count.
That's what Veer's referring to here.
There's also Skybound. She's less of an...
Skybound.
Like, she's kind of more in the War for Cybertron point of, like, she has a lot of disagreements with Prime, although it's less passive than in Siege, right? Like, there's a lot more conflict between them.
Okay.
What is the fourth one? So yet again, going back to Dreamwave, originally
the first one is War. Because it would be War for Cybertron, Skybound, IDW, and TFA.
And then the two non-antagonistic ones are Earthspark, and I think she's in the new one, whatever that weird new one is, Cyberworld, I think. But funnily enough, there was an extra one that never actually got off the ground. The female Autobots were originally going to be introduced into Dreamwave, like literally the last issue of like the Dreamwave comic before the company shuttered ended with a teaser of like the Quintessons basically creating all of the female Autobots as like sexy assassins that were going to go kill Optimus Prime.
Cool.
So that would have been another one, but of course that never actually went anywhere. Because Padley forgot to pay anybody. Well, he didn't forget. He just didn't.
Yeah. Forget is a very passive way to describe what happened there with Dreamwave. Why the fuck did it take until 2018/2019 for most of the cool Rebel girls to get toys? And why wasn't Firestar/Novastar's toy a pickup truck? For the same reason Symbiotic Titan got canceled.
Yeah, so that Green Lantern show, and Beware the Batman, and Motor City. I mean, there's like so many of these that it has happened to, which is like common quote unquote wisdom, because these are the stupidest people alive, of executives, is if a show that's meant for boys and is supposed to sell toys to boys has like an outsized audience of a secondary demographic, usually girls, instead of doing anything at all to appeal to them or pivot at all, they will usually just cancel the product. They will get rid of it. This happened to Symbiotic Titan. This happened to the Green Lantern show, Beware the Batman, Motor City, like any show that you fondly remember, like that being canceled after like one season or 2 seasons. It's a good chance that it's because too many girls were watching it. And while obviously G1 did not get canceled, I think that is the reason they never got any toys in the actual G1 toy line. Neither did RC, for that matter, and she is a much more major character than them. She was going to get a toy, but it was never released. And I think it was because they thought boys wouldn't buy the girl toys. I don't know why. I mean, it's because they did I don't think any of them were new moldings. I think they just did retools of existing figures for a lot of them. So that's why Firestar isn't actually the pickup truck that she is in this episode. Though I guess they could have just done like a fucking retool of Cup and it would have looked pretty good. I don't even know what they did. I think all of them were just, Cybertronian sports cars. But yeah, that's why there were no girl toys until like fucking Power of the Primes or whatever 5 years ago. I mean, literally the first toy of G1RC was a BotCon exclusive redeco of a Black Arachnia toy in like 2002. And the first actual toy of G1RC released mass market wouldn't come out until like 2017, I want to say. And obviously Animated RC is like the first RC toy ever in mass market, I think. No, it was the movie toy line RC that was the first one ever where she would turn into the motorcycle from her scrapped concept art from the first Bay movie. But yeah, it's because marketing executives are stupid. That's why.
Coilhead on asks, so OP and Elita 1 are obviously a couple, but the other main girls seem to have relationships with the Red Team. What do you think each were? In my humble Onion, Infernal and Firestar were work buddies. Ironhide and Nautica felt Familio and Powerglide
does not appear in this episode.
Moonracer seemed like old childhood friends. Yeah,
it's Chromia.
Yeah, Chromia. Yeah.
So I also do think that Ironhide and
like Starship says it's they're boyfriends.
I think texturally you're supposed to take it as romantic. Vibes based, I think as I said, the only one that felt more romantic was Ironhide and Chromia, and obviously later in IDW that would be changed to them being like Fireforged friends. They would be like good buddies. So they would. I like that they kept that aspect of them. But yeah, definitely Firestar and Inferno feel more like work buddies, and frankly, Powerglide and Moonracer share one single conversation. So who the fuck knows? But yeah, textually they're all supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Even if it doesn't really line up that way.
Tsundere is a Japanese term for a character development process that depicts a character with an initially harsh personality who gradually reveals a warmer, friendlier side over time. With this in mind, does Powerglide fit the definition of a tsundere, and can he be made to express his true feelings for Astoria? Are you rooting for Powerglide? I will never root for Powerglide. So jot that down. That's an easy one to answer.
You cannot make me root for Powerglide. I only respect one fucking Autobot jet, and his name is Jetfire, motherfucker. As I said, I think this is more supposed to be the classic, like, 50s rom-com thing where they, like, bicker all the time, but they're in love, actually. Because, like, if you watch any of those old romance comedy movies, or even, like, romance movies, period, from, like, the 40s and 50s, they're... the gender politics are just on display are insane. Are barely watchable today.
Yeah.
But the difference is... Powerglide is no fucking Gregory Peck, so
anyway,
that shit down.
Yeah, true. And also, like, no, he's not a tsundere. He just sucks.
Yeah, he's just an asshole.
He's just an asshole.
I don't think a dude gets to be tsundere. You're just a misogynist if you act like that towards a woman, especially what Powerglide does. Gay
men can be tsundere.
That's true.
I've read enough yaoi to know that much.
Yeah, you're the expert on that one.
Okay, cool. Hey, Vine asks.
I was simply stating a true fact. You are the expert.
Yeah, and I said, okay, cool, it's good. Hey, Vine asks, so we've reached a point where some 40 years ago, the Transformers was permanently ruined by introducing female Transformers. Looking back, how successful might the franchise have been if it hadn't made the ruinous decision to go woke and then immediately permanently go broke, I assume. I haven't actually checked. Okay,
yeah, I mean,
so
it's a shame
context for anyone who doesn't know this Transformers fandom meme.
Yeah, it's so good.
Is that anytime there is anything even slightly...
different,
particularly progressive, but like not actually progressive, just not like the exact same shit that we've been seeing for 40 years introduced, into a piece of Transformers media, it has, the meme is that it has immediately ruined Transformers forever, because the diehard fanboys say this every single time it happens. And obviously, that's not true, because we're here 40 years later. But, yes, I would say ruining the Transformers forever is probably the biggest meme within the fandom.
Literally anything that is not exactly like the first season of the cartoon is anathema to some people. They will not accept it. So there are also some like Marvel G1 comics hardliners, but they're kind of off on their own little thing. They aren't really the ones that people think of. But obviously the most famous one, like a subset of this one, right, is when they revealed the Beast Wars thing. There was the whole truck not monkey thing,
right, exactly.
Where everyone was freaking the fuck out over Optimus being a gorilla. That is a subset of Ruin Forever. Yeah, go visit the Ruin Forever page of the TF Wiki. It's really good. One of them is lesbians now, I think. Hang on. I think because of IDW one. Let me go
and check. Probably trans women, too.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, let me get the list
now we've graduated beyond just women, and now we're at trans women.
Yeah. Here's the list of things that have ruined Transformers forever, all right? Killing Optimus Prime, which is the movie. Transformers that don't transform, which were Action Masters. Which you could make an argument for that. I don't think they ended the toy line,
is probably the most compelling of any of these.
I think that was more of a symptom of a lack of ideas than what actually ruined it, because it was already in a downturn. Anyway, monkeys, that's Beast Wars. Hippies, Beast Machines. Reboots, which is from 2001. Divorce, which is when they forced 3H Productions to stop making stuff. Pokeformers, Transformers Armada. Perverts, Kiss Players, which once again you could make an assessment that was had a deleterious effect on Transformers, but it wasn't widespread. It did not break containment, thankfully. Then we have Exclusives, which was fun publications. Bayformers, self-explanatory. Teen Titans.
Wait, I don't understand what's wrong with Bayformers.
What do you mean? Nothing. They're perfect. Bees, My God, which is like the Bumblebee apocalypse of like endless Bumblebee toys. And the one for IDW is Radical Feminist SJWs.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So that's all of the things that have ruined Transformers forever. And as a result, it doesn't exist anymore. This podcast doesn't exist anymore. You're not listening. You need to wake up. It's been years since the accident. You need to wake up.
What are you talking about? It's 1986.
It's 1986. Let's go see the movie. We're about to go see the Transformers the movie, where they don't kill Optimus and everything is fine. God, one of these. Oh, I have a great one for Prime Cuts Nautica, which is that comic that guy made, where he was clearly still really mad about Transformers the movie. So he made a comic all about how, like, what if Optimus didn't die, and instead all of the stupid new characters all died and Optimus got to be cool. I gotta talk about that one for Prime Cuts Nautica. $5 on Patreon. Check it out. Anyway, continue.
Sure. Yeah, where are we here?
Haybine's next question.
Totally unrelated. Why didn't it give up for a girlfriend?
It's called an incel, Prime. I just don't think females are worth it.
See, I've
got a manifesto for you to read, Prime, if you want to. I think you should really reconsider your whole marriage thing. I just don't think you...
So, I feel like we've been sitting here and talking about how much Shockwave and Starscream are misogynist, but that's only because we haven't seen Huffer's reaction to women. I think that would really change our baseline.
Yeah, even Shock would be like, "Good, hot damn, dude, you need to fucking help."
Yeah. Decepticon Ruby asks, oh, nope, that's not a question.
That is a
Never
response.
Mind. Aurora Cosmos has, like the UFO asks, so like all the female shockwave emoji Autobots in that episode basically have the same robot Barbie doll bodies, so you know the other Transformers aren't gay. So I was wondering, are there any notable female Cybertronians who aren't just woman-shaped? I mean, the first one that comes immediately to mind to me is Strika.
Yes, Strika definitely. There's also this is an important part of her character actually. There's which one is it? Anode or Lug?
It's Lug.
Yeah, Lug. So Anode and Lug are the two trans woman transformers that were introduced in Lost Light. And Lug specifically did not do any body work on her. Which I always thought was a really neat little detail of like, yeah, some people, she's basically like non-op or whatever. It's great.
Yeah, Aileron is also pretty short and stocky.
I think after a while, IDWRC definitely is not just like woman body type. She sort of changes with the art style a bit. There's also strong arm.
She changes depending how much misogyny and trans misogyny is going into the writing.
Yeah, so whenever Simon Furman was writing her, she looked like that. There's also that infamous Heart of Darkness cover, which has some really funny accidental implications later once it was revealed that
they're siblings.
She and Galvatron were siblings.
Well, hey, listen, apparently she and Optimus are. So
don't worry. Which is also funny enough.
It's tradition at this point. Listen, this is how you don't ruin.
That's right. It's funny because that cover was homaging the poster of Star Wars, and guess what? The exact same fucking thing happened. Anyway,
which, really should have been a sign.
There's also Strong Arm from
Strong Arm. But I think Strike is probably the most prominent of those because she was always built with that concept in mind to be a butch basically.
Yeah, like I am so interested in getting to Beast Machines eventually because it's like I said, I have no idea what's going on in there. I want to
neither do I. It'll be
the original Strike
fun thing for us to discover together.
Especially when you contrast Strika with the other Beast era female transformer.
Yeah.
Who is fucking TNA crazy.
That's an insane way to describe it, but I do know what you're talking about. Finally, our last question. Who in the G1 cast has a Letterboxd account and just insufferable movie opinions? Tracks.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Getting into shouting match of the Sunstreaker about their opinions on movies.
I was gonna say Sunstreaker as well. Sunstreaker is the other one for sure.
Yeah, they have completely incompatible, obnoxious opinions about movies.
And Mirage.
Well, he just stays out of it. He doesn't want to get involved in that because they just end up throwing things at each other.
He has atrocious opinions. He doesn't get into the fights, but he does have. He is like. Mirage is the kind of guy to be like Ari Aster is the only person making movies worth watching these days. That's Mirage.
I actually only care about elevated horror. That's the only stuff people are making these days.
Beau is Afraid is the best movie I've ever watched.
Ugh.
What an insufferable movie.
Ari Aster has a lot to answer for.
Listen, I like some of the movies. Beau is Afraid can eat my whole ass.
Yeah, but
3-hour masturbatory. Oh my god.
It's 3 hours long.
It's 3 American hours long. It felt interminable because it was like 3 different movies in one because it was so masturbatory. Anyway, I did not go to Beau is Afraid of my own free will. I was dragged there by a friend.
Did they at least buy the ticket for you so you didn't have to pay?
I think he did.
Okay, well that is at least some consolation.
I think he did, yes. Anyway, we've been Prime Cuts. You can follow us on Blue Sky at Prime Cuts Pod. You can join our Discord to ask us questions like the ones we just answered and do some other fun stuff with us. You can find us on Noisepace with a bunch of other great shows at noisepace.xyz. And you can find us on the podcatcher of your choice. And if you feel inspired, leave us a 5-star review. Haven't asked for that in a bit, but you can do it.
Spread the word.
It's good to do.
Put it out there.
And of course, you can find us on
patreon.com/Prime Cuts. We just released our first episode of Prime Cuts Nautica, which is a deep dive into various weird things in this long franchise's long history. The first one is about Bumper, the Autobot that was never supposed to exist.
Famous
did anyway.
Famous character Bumper.
Yeah. Guy who exists as like a rounding error, basically, and who was later canonized into a real character. The next one will be out in, I think, January or February, and it'll be about Pretenders. One of the strangest gimmicks they ever did. And of course, you can get that and our series about the Japanese side of G1, currently watching Headmasters. You can get that.
Well, the Japanese side of things in general.
Yes, and you can get that all for. You can get our Headmasters or a Japanese series for $1, everything for $5, and for $10, you get a shout out at the end of every episode. So thank you to Sabrina Steele, our Elite Guard mainstay. I would also someone on here. Okay, which one of you motherfuckers has the username? They call me the inner gobbler. The way I be eating Cybertronian ass.
Let us know. Comment. Let us know in the comments. Like, comment, and subscribe to let us know which one of you is the inner gobbler eating Cybertronian ass.
The way I be eating Cybertronian ass.
I'm Audrey. You can find me on Tumblr, Blue Sky, Optimum on Prime. That's my funny robot internet joke. And you can also listen to the other podcast I do called Bottom Green, and that's about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mara, you can find me on Blue Sky at marawyvern.biscuit@social. On Tumblr, the Cyclone is at the 5 at the end of it. And in the streets with my magnifying glass hunting for the inner gobbler. Who the fuck are you?
We won't rest until we know.
Until next time, I am going to apply to the position of vehicular robot nearest to me, transform and roll out.
I'm going to save my girlfriend real quick. Hey, wait, hold on. Wait, are you my dad? Transform and roll out.
I have your sister wife, Prime.
You're Mormon! Peach.